All right, we got PT episode 9, baby. I'm Cole. We got Luke here. We got the Buzz over there. We got some new merch in stock, too. Little camo hoodie here. Luke's got one of the hoodies on. We'll put a link on our channel soon if y'all want to check it out and buy it. It'd be much appreciated. We love y'all. Y'all make everything happen, everyone that watches, likes, comments, and all that. But let's get into episode 9, baby.
Let's go, baby.
All right, first topic of discussion, ladies. We got floor and ceiling for the top 10 quarterback prospects in this draft. I got the first guy being Fernando Mendoza. We've been talking about him for, it feels like years now at this point. I feel like I've compared his ceiling and floor like 3 different times already. But, I mean, Fernando Mendoza, he's got great size. He's got a really good arm, super high IQ. He's a leader. You know what you're going to get. You're not going to have any problems with the field with this guy. He's really efficient. He's got an NFL-ready arm, NFL-ready size. He checks most boxes. His only problem is he doesn't really have like an A-plus trait in any regard, so some people question what his true potential ceiling is and if he can be a guy that could potentially be an MVP of this football league. I said for his floor is Geno Smith, quarterback on the Raiders. Geno Smith, like, really good game manager, probably even a little more than a game manager, really good arm, could stand in the pocket, make good throws, make the right reads. Probably a top 15, 16 guy. I think that's Fernando's floor. His ceiling, I have him as a slightly more mobile Matt Ryan. Again, another guy that can stand in the pocket, make darts, read the defenses, take what the defense gets him, give his receivers really opportune passes to go make plays on it, and just be like a leader of the team with a little bit more mobility than Matt Ryan because He's not Fernando's not the fastest guy, but he does have a little bit of action with the legs. He is a little bit more mobile and a little more athletic than a Matt Ryan. So those are the floor and ceilings for old Fernandy.
All righty. Good job on Fernandy.
Like it.
Thanksy.
Next, I got Ty Simpson-y.
Ooh, Simpson-y?
Yeah, Alabama quarterbacky. Okay.
What do you have for his floor-y?
So, first off, Ty Simpson-y, he's a good rhythmy passer-y. No, he's a good rhythm passer, good processor. He has good mobility. Ty actually had a really good first 8 games of the season, and then he got injured. Their running game just vanished completely, and then he just started struggling mightily, and Alabama just kind of fell off the face of college football. And so for his ceiling, I have another former SEC quarterback that was pretty successful in college, didn't make it all the way, Dak Prescott. Dak's mobile. He can read the defense. He's a great rhythm passer. He's a great point guard of the offense. I think he's amazing at the line. And Dak took a lot of time to develop to become this quarterback. He wasn't like this out of college. He was a run-first quarterback coming out of college. Big dude. He's going to run you over. And then he just slowly developed this. And I think these are traits Ty could take on. He's a great athlete. He, like I said, he had an amazing first 8 games. I think that he has a lot to build on. And I think he's clearly the number 2 quarterback in this class. For his floor, A.J. McCarron, just another basic Alabama quarterback that does nothing but is a journeyman backup. I mean, it's all about if Ty can hang with the big guys, learn the playbook, keep his head on straight, stay in the weight room. There's a lot of variables that go into becoming a good quarterback, and he could very easily just become another A.J. McCarron.
Like it.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I do. All right, number 3, we got Garrett Nussmeier, LSU, 6'2", 210, a little on the smaller side. The pros for him, he's pro-ready. I mean, the guy's ready to come in, get into an offense, and start making reads and start hitting passes as a rookie. I mean, the guy's ready to come in and play. He's accurate. He's got good ball placement. He's a quick processor. He's shown an ability at the line of scrimmage to be able to make reads and get out of play calls. The downside, though, below average arm, and he's got a little gunslinger in him. He throws a lot of interceptions. He had a pretty solid 2024 year. He had 29 touchdowns, but he had 11 interceptions. So I think that's the more concern with NFL teams is the ball security and his ability and his want to really just chuck the ball into coverage and make throws that he might not be capable of making. For his ceiling, I went with Tony Romo. A guy who kind of fits that bill perfectly, loves to chuck it deep, didn't have the best arm, very accurate, really good at the line of scrimmage, but got himself into trouble, probably a little too much. And then for his floor, I mean, we see guys like this all the time come in and just absolutely suck. I mean, there's no way around it. I put Josh Rosen. They're a similar build. They're accurate quarterbacks, but I mean, they just can't really make it at the next level. They can't process like they did in college. So I went with a guy who could be out of the league in 2 years, which I think that is a realistic floor for Garrett Nussmeier.
I like it. All right, number 4, we got Taylon Green out of the University of Arkansas. This guy absolutely lit up the NFL Combine. I mean, this guy is a crazy athlete. He's 6'6", 230 pounds. He ran a 4.37. You simply put, you just don't see quarterbacks coming out like this really ever. And it honestly was really hard to find a ceiling comparison for him because he is literally in like the 1% of like speed and size and all that. But again, this guy, he's obviously a great athlete. He's a legit rusher at the quarterback spot. He had a decent number of big throws over the middle of the field this season. So whenever his guys were able to kind of get some room in zone coverage, he was able to deliver some strikes. He's got decent arm strength, but he didn't show a ton of elite ball placement skills. If you ask him to throw it in a tight window, it's probably not going to be very good. He's also got kind of a longer, clunkier throwing motion. His throwing mechanics aren't the best, and they're not the most ideal. And his upper body and lower body are not very consistent, which causes him to lead to a lot of passes, and he's had a decent amount of turnovers. He just simply put doesn't have the highest quarterback IQ or the highest mechanics. So
He does not.
whatever team drafts this guy, you really need a coach in place that knows how to develop these kind of guys. But the upside with him is actually crazy because of his size and his athletic ability and his speed. So for his floor, I have him as Terrell Pryor. Again, crazy athlete. Terrell Pryor went to quarterback, or he started at receiver and then went to quarterback, never really made it happen, and just great athlete, but you just can't throw the ball. So this guy really does have that low of a floor. And for his ceiling, I had a really tough time finding a ceiling for him. I put a faster Trevor Lawrence. Both these guys are the same exact size. Trevor Lawrence definitely has a better arm than this kid, but the arm strength's there for Taylon if he's able to dial in his mechanics a little bit. He could technically be a faster Trevor. We've seen Trevor, although he did have a great arm coming out of college, he is a little bit turnover happy. He sometimes doesn't make the best decisions. So honestly, it'd probably be more of a faster Trevor with a little weaker arm. But it was so hard to find a ceiling for this guy because he's such a unique blend.
He is all body, no brains.
Yeah,
like
Anthony Richardson.
Watching him in Arkansas. No, he's better than Anthony Richardson. I'll tell you that. But he just when it gets really down to crunch time, because I'm an Arkansas fan, he's not making the right plays.
Yeah,
and he gets scared a little too quick sometimes. It's and it's gonna be hard for him to transition to another position because he's so dang lanky.
Yeah, dude.
We'll
I
see.
mean, he's probably not going to be any good, but I mean, there is a chance if he does hit. I mean, he could be
what everyone thought Anthony
world.
Richardson was gonna be.
Yeah.
If he hits.
It would have been like Anthony Richardson at his peak potential.
And the difference too is you can actually go get this guy, and dude, I bet he goes in the second round now. Honestly,
Really?
I don't think.
I think he could. I think
man.
maybe not second. I think he goes day 2 though, maybe third round for sure. Just because this class is so weak too. I could see a team falling in love with him and him being QB3 on their board.
And you better have a really good coach if you want to try to get anything out of him. I think he's gonna be horrible.
He probably will be horrible.
Yeah.
But
All right, next guy we got another physical beast. I didn't mean to say that. Whatever. Drew Aller. Big dude. He's 6'5", about 240.
Big boy.
He's got a big old arm on him, a rocket. But yeah, I mean, he's a pocket passer. He can make most of the throws. He had a really good year 2 years ago when he helped take Penn State to the national championship, or just the semis with Tyler Warren on that team. But this past year, he was supposed to be like a first-round pick, second-round pick last year. He totally plummeted his draft stock. It seems like there was some off-the-field concerns too, just because he didn't show that much on the field to warrant this hard of a fall, it felt like. But it's just no one really believed in him. I mean, his head coach got fired, and he was one of the best head coaches in Power 5 football. But he needs to figure it out up here a little bit, kind of like Taylon Green. He's got all the natural talent, but he needs the brains to make it work. So for him, I have his ceiling as a Justin Herbert, really similar build, another strong arm, guy that can't really play the greatest in the big games, the big moments, the playoffs. So that's why I chose Justin Herbert for him in his floor. I just did Paxton Lynch. Just another athletic freak that we thought, maybe we could turn this into something if we unmash his brains, but nothing came of it. So I think that's probably more likely for this guy.
Yeah,
I will say, though, if this guy hits, he's going to be fucking terrifying.
Oh, he's going to be amazing. He was supposed to be the 1 pick.
Yeah.
Like last offseason, they were talking about him as the 1 pick.
He ran a 4.8. Like, if you watch him, like, I'm not saying he's Allen up, but he kind of has that Josh Allen, like, size and like, movement ability.
Yeah.
That's why I said Herbert, because I was like, he does not play like Josh Allen one bit, but similar size.
The other thing is to have those measurables, though, and all that talent to still be going as low as he's probably going to go, that's pretty damning.
Well, his mechanics and footwork is absolutely
horrible.
terrible. I mean, I think this guy, like, if Josh Allen, like, had a retarded cousin that was a draft prospect, it would be Drew Aller. Like, both of them super raw, but Josh showed enough to be a top 10 guy. And like you're saying, the fact this guy's got this much talent, and they're still like, you're probably going to go day 3.
Yeah, like you're probably still going to suck.
Pretty fucking bad.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not good.
He's Josh Allen's cousin, but he hangs with Diego Pavia or something.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's
like, bro, what's up? Me and Diego playing 2K.
No, my 4-4 was Cardell Jones. You remember that guy?
Oh, yeah.
Out of Ohio State.
Oh, God, yeah.
Physical monster, but I
didn't come here
I
to-
think his brain was made of like Bob Evans mashed
I didn't come here to
potatoes,
play
so-
school.
Cardell showed up in training camp 300 as a rookie. Dude was fatter than hell.
Remember when he beat that kid?
Jamarcus Russell walked so Cardell could run.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
No,
And
remember,
now
when
Drew Aller's going to take it home.
remember when Cardell beat that kid like 100 to like 20 in college football? Like,
Oh,
the
yeah.
game?
It was like a Make-A-Wish kid,
It
wasn't
was,
it?
yeah.
Or, like, I
He's
think it
one
was
of
a
the
cancer
biggest.
kid.
He's one of the biggest bag fumblers of all time. Remember when he came in, he won the championship. They were talking like he could have declared and been like a top 3 pick.
Yeah.
And then he played when we were like, never mind, this guy sucks.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's horrible.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
well,
All right,
Next.
Bez, tell us about Cade Klubnik.
We got Cade Klubnik, another 5-star prospect who didn't live up to the hype in college. He's 6'2", 210, again, a little bit on the smaller side. He's actually a fantastic athlete for his size. He runs really well. He's also a really good touch thrower. He kind of reminds me of Dak a little bit and how he can get those fade routes, those seam routes. He's got a really good touch on the ball. He can throw those fade passes and those lob throws. Really good at the play action as well on bootlegs, rolling out of the pocket, using his athleticism. While he's a good touch thrower, though, his arm, a little bit of a downgrade. It's below average. And because of that, he doesn't have the velocity to really light it into a tight window and fit it between double coverage and fit it into small windows like quarterbacks need to do on the next level. I went ceiling Dak Prescott because of the touch throwing ability and the athleticism that Dak had as a rookie and in his younger days. He's got a lot of that. Similar size, similar build.
this guy's 6'1".
He's 6'2".
I got 6'1" on him.
And Dak's 6'3".
He's
1 inch.
I know. I'm just saying this guy like looks tiny. Like Dak's like built. Like Dak's a big boy.
Yeah, I mean, this dude's pretty big. I mean, he's like 210. I mean, he's 6'2", 210. I went floor Christian Hackenberg. I mean, this is another top prospect coming out. Ton of hype about it. Remember this guy from Penn State?
I remember Hackenberg.
Oh, yeah. And then he came out and just was absolutely terrible in the NFL. That's definitely more likely than a guy like Dak. But
Yeah.
I think he could simulate some of what Dak does.
Yeah, I see this kid getting drafted by like Cleveland and like just getting annihilated like week 9.
Yeah.
He's
going to be horrible.
He did like how we had Gabriel and these guys last year. Or just like I feel like every year there's like the shittiest 4 or 5 teams. There's normally like 5 or 6 day 3 quarterbacks that usually get a small run. This guy just feels like he's going to be getting that run at some point. He's just going to get fucked up by Myles Garrett or whoever the hell he's playing at some point. Good luck, Cade. All right, next man up, I got Cole Payton. I think this is kind of where the tier drops off a little bit. Cole Payton, 6.
what the tier 8?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
We're really dropping from Nussmeier, Taylor Green. Woo!
okay,
These guys are
I'm
bad.
I'm gonna say this. At least with Aller, Nussmeier, Taylor Green, like they have the retarded Josh Allen ability to where like it's a small shot, but if they hit, they could be studs. Cole Payton, I don't really see any scenario where this guy becomes a legit starting quarterback in the NFL. So he's 6'3", 230. lefty quarterback out of North Dakota or South Dakota State. The pros on this guy, he's a dual threat option. He runs a 4.56. He's really athletic. He's shown at times he could use some accuracy on his deep ball. He could hit his receivers a little bit. Usually if they burn the DB and they're wide open, he's made a few of those throws. But if you ask this kid to make any NFL level throw over the middle of the field or hitting a receiver on a curl route with, a half a yard of separation on the DB or time up RPOs or anything, he can't do anything like that. This guy has just simply put a college arm. He doesn't have an NFL arm at all. And my floor for him, honestly, floor and ceiling could be the same. I got Taysom Hill. I don't think this guy's an NFL quarterback. I don't think he might start at some point like Taysom has. And we've seen when Taysom Hill started. He's not a fucking NFL quarterback. He's a gadget guy.
Sean Payton didn't pay him $40 million a year for nothing.
They never paid him $40 million a year.
Yeah, they signed him to that huge contract.
It was
all non-guaranteed.
Wait, it was 40?
I think it was like 30 or 35.
It was something crazy.
It was like 4 years, like $120 million or something.
Well, Sean Payton.
It was all non-guaranteed though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's worse or having Kevin James playing in that movie, but ceiling, I did
movie.
Ceiling, I did the movie I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ceiling, I did Ryan Tannehill. Again, there's like a 0.1% chance this guy's on that level, but I mean, super good athlete. Tanny could throw a good deep ball. Tanny obviously had much better ball placement skills than this kid, but I just simply put, I don't see it. So good luck to you, Cole. We share the same name, but yeah.
That is one really nice feature.
Yeah, that's cool. I guess.
All right, Carson Beck. This guy played at Georgia, and then he played at Miami. And he wasn't very good at either. He's a 5-star recruit.
He's good at Miami.
He was pretty good this year.
I mean, he made the natty.
He had a lot of really good players around him.
He was good though. He was a good college quarterback.
I mean, he was good for some playoff games. He was pretty.
He did his job. He did his job. Okay.
He was good in the playoffs.
Yeah, Beck's
I'm not saying he was great, but he was a good college.
Yeah,
QB.
well, he's a tall guy. He's a pocket passer. He's good in rhythm. He's gonna hit his guys, but he doesn't have a strong arm and he can't move. He's just a big dude, but not the strongest or fastest or anything. And like I said, he just seems to have some character problems here and there. Like, I mean, I thought it was kind of funny. Did y'all see that one quote where it's like, he's like, "Yeah, man, I haven't been going to classes for 2 years," and it's like, all right, what are we even doing here?
He's also like 26.
Yeah, so. That too. So that's just another thing. And
seventh year senior.
Yeah, his arm is already shot a little bit. So for my ceiling, I put Mac Jones. Mac Jones is a way better deep ball and a stronger arm, but it's still not the best. And Matt can move around a little better. That's why I put ceiling, because that's if this guy goes all out and becomes an average backup. But for his floor, I put Josh Rosen, just straight up garbage, last in the league for like 1 year, and then he's out because I really don't have high expectations for this kid.
How about Josh Rosen making an appearance twice?
Yeah, right.
It's good for him.
Him and Dak.
Yeah, that's great. All right, next guy we got Sawyer Robertson out of Baylor, 6'4", 215. I mean, the pros on him, he's got a quick release. He's got decent poise in the pocket along the exterior line, like for edge rushers. He can pick that up pretty well. He can make all the throws. I mean, he's got a big enough arm, but his accuracy is poor. His ball placement is poor. And pressure, especially interior pressure, gets to him really quickly. When that pocket starts to collapse on him up front, he kind of just tucks and runs and tries to get out of it, and he stops looking down the field. I mean, he's going to be a 6th, 7th round pick. Like, there's not a ton of upside with this guy, but there is some. Like, he's got a big enough arm. You got to really hone in his accuracy. For his ceiling, I went with Sam Darnold. They're relatively the same size. He's pretty athletic, good arm, inconsistent, and up until, Sam Darnold got really good coaching, he was pretty horrible, which is probably this guy's future. The floor, I put Blaine Gabbert. Just never put it together. Similar size, decent arm, but wasn't accurate enough and just couldn't get it done in the NFL.
Like it.
I like it. All right, number 10.
Last and least.
Last but certainly the shortest, Mr. Diego Pavia. Super fun player at Vandy. Actually, I mean, really great college quarterback. The kid was in the Heisman running. A lot of highlight reel plays. Really good dual threat. He's got good accuracy. Obviously, he's puny. He's got a really weak arm. And obviously, the whole story with Diego Pavia is he's 5'10".
Is that his listed height?
Yeah. So his listed measurables. His listed. Hold on. Let me pull back up his. He. You want to hear what his arms are?
Not really.
Give us the whole
Desmond
thing.
Bain arms.
Dude, his arms. Diego Pavia is 5'10", 207, 28-inch arms, 9-inch hands.
He's a hunk, though.
I guess.
He's a thick boy.
Our hands might be bigger than his. Yeah.
9-inch hands?
9 and 5/8. Yeah. I mean,
Jesus.
it's pretty tiny. But production score third in the NFL Combine. Athleticism third. Total score second. But look, listen. There's never been a quarterback that's been 5'10" that's had a high level of success in the NFL. I mean, is Kyler Murray 5'11", I think, or 6 foot?
No, he's like 5'10".
Is Kyler okay?
He's like
So,
5'8".
Yeah.
For this kid, I think his ceiling is a less explosive Kyler Murray. And that's not. I don't think that's a good player. But there's just no way to write at home that he's going to be a successful quarterback. I think best case could be a fun story, on a team like just a shit team that wants a little bit of midseason. I think his best case, honestly, is that he has like a Tim Tebow run, like how Tim Tebow had with Denver.
Yeah,
I think
like
that's like
that.
the best thing to happen for him. His floor is like Jaron Hall, the guy in the Vikings. He might play a game or two and then just get cut and never see the NFL field again. He's so tiny. And although he's fun, he's not, like a Kyler athlete. And if you're that small, you have to be a 1%er athlete to really have any shot, which he just doesn't. He's not capable of. So.
Well, and the character concerns are through the roof too. He's gonna tear up the XFL at some point.
Oh,
he's gonna be an awesome XFL player.
Or depending how weird college gets, maybe he wiggles back into the NIL deal somehow and goes back to Vandy.
He goes back.
Yeah. Who knows?
Getting an MBA.
Yeah. I'm going to get my master's in psychology.
Yeah.
So
Getting a bar management.
Yeah, he might be 33 in
Masters.
like 8 years back at Vanderbilt. Who really knows? But
Kyler Murray is listed at 5'10".
okay. So, ceiling a less explosive Kyler, which is...
And much slower.
Yeah, which is just bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
All right. Was there any other QB notes you want to touch on here?
No, I think we hit it all.
I think we covered this stellar class.
Yeah.
Hey, how about Sawyer Robertson, though, huh?
Say, Sawyer, good
deep
player. Good player.
Cole Payton? All right, let's take a break.
Let's get into some Lamar Jackson hypothetical trades. Maybe Jesse Minter wants to move off his franchise quarterback. Approaching 30.
Let's go.
All right, first, we've got just a pillar on these segments. The Minnesota Vikings. Vikings are trading J.J. McCarthy and 3 first-round picks to the Ravens for Lamar Jackson.
JJ's gone on the deal?
He's got to be. I mean, Minter's got to build his offense around somebody. It ain't going to be Tyler Huntley.
Shit.
And it sure as hell ain't going to be Cooper Rush.
I'll tell you what, Jesse Minter's going to be happy because that Ravens defense is going to be on the field a lot.
You know what? If they hired Joe, though, he'd make Cooper Rush the quarterback, and they'd be just fine.
Yeah, he would. Yeah.
What do we think?
Okay, I'm sorry. Minnesota to Minnie for 3 and JJ?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the ideal landing spot for any QB, but I don't know if Lamar would be the best fit for them. I can't say that. Lamar's MVP.
Yeah, see, like the thing is, like if we're going to talk about fit or scheme for really any of these teams, none of these coaches have ever had Lamar. Lamar's Lamar. He's almost a one of one, right? But so you're going to need a coach that obviously knows what the hell he's doing. They're not going to have like a style of play reference really to go off of. But I mean, if there's any coach to make it work with Lamar Jackson, I'm fully confident KOC can be that guy. They got the weapons. The offensive line's pretty decent. I would like him to maybe add a running back, but I mean, if you get a running back going with that run game, the defense, and Brian Flores, trade those 3 picks. You might be the favorites to win the NFC North, and you might actually – I think you could win the whole damn thing. I think if Lamar's in Minnesota, Minnesota's got a better chance to win the Super Bowl this year than he would with Baltimore right now.
Yeah, I think they're the favorites in the NFC. If they
I
might be
think
the favorites.
I think they would
maybe not NFC because you got Seattle and LA, but I mean,
I think they'd be the favorites.
No, I think Seattle's still the favorite.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think they would just need to get a running back because they need to complement him running the football. But it would be really good to see him with a true number 1 and Jettas, and then I mean honestly a true number 2 and and Addison as well. So
Great tight end.
yeah, and a good tight end. I think that would be really awesome for them.
Yeah, that would just be like a fun thing to see. Like,
Oh my God.
like, just like what Kevin would do.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's always had like the the stiff mobile pocket passer or non-mobile pocket passer, but like that would be like just a fun like thought experiment. Like what does a good coach do when you get a talent like this? Like
If they could go find a running back for cheap to pair with them, I mean, because if you had a good running back with their line, how the hell do you defend that?
yeah, and
Because you got Jettas and Addison and Hopkins.
Yeah.
Like,
that would
I don't know
be
how you
terrifying.
defend that. That'd be crazy.
Well, and I love Minnesota too because like that defense ain't getting any younger, and also like who knows how long Brian Flores is really going to stay in house there for you. So you could really take full advantage with this deal on the defensive side of the ball too.
Yeah. All right, next one. Houston is trading Stroud and 2 firsts and 2 thirds to the Baltimore Ravens for Lamar Jackson. They're done with Stroud after this year.
Yeah, I'm the same way about how I was with the Burrow thing for this deal. It's kind of like the same fucking deal.
It is.
Yeah, I've already said this, but I don't think Houston really needs to go all in like a Minnesota does. They're still really young, and the bottom line is I still have faith in CJ. So I wouldn't do it if I'm Houston. But for Baltimore, I think if you can get CJ and all those picks, hell of a package, I would do it. You already got a new coach in there. You let Harbaugh go after all these years.
You would do that if you're Baltimore? You trade Lamar?
If I can get CJ 2 firsts and 3 twos,
Ooh, man.
I would trade him. Yeah,
I would not.
if I can get all if we're just talking like if we're about a deal to happen here, like if I'm Baltimore, I'm doing that over Minnesota. I'd way rather have that than JJ and 3 firsts. That's a better deal.
What was the deal again? Sorry.
2 firsts, 2 thirds, and Stroud.
Yeah, that's a better deal
Or
than
let's
JJ.
just do 2 firsts then. Let's just do 2 firsts.
I'm probably gonna hold on to Lamar then, but
Yeah, I think I would hold on to Lamar as well.
You wouldn't do that though if you're Houston.
what?
I would do that if I was Houston.
wait.
2 firsts and
I would
Stroud?
definitely do that if I was Houston.
No, if it's only 2 firsts, I would do it. But then you say 3 twos and 2 firsts and CJ on your initial thing?
The initial one was 2 extra thirds, so that's the only difference we're making.
Oh, I thought you said 2 twos.
that's kind
I
of
said 2 thirds.
That's kind of
Oh.
big though, because then you have only 2 picks in the top 100 the next 2 years instead of 4. I mean, that's kind of where you build your team.
Yeah, I mean, bottom line, yeah, man, I'm a CJ believer still. I think he still has a lot more to be proven. And, like, that's the thing, too, is, like, if you make that deal and CJ, which he very well may, turns it around, you got robbed if you're Houston. If he does turn it around. He's 7 years younger, and you also give up all that capital.
Yeah.
Lamar hasn't won in the playoffs either with some awesome teams. Who's to say he can with Houston? I know how great that defense is, but
I think again Houston probably be the favorite, maybe in the whole league, but definitely out of the AFC, just with that defense and Lamar.
I think they would too.
All right, next, another staple, the Colts, 3 first-round picks. That's it. Maybe throw in Danny Dimes if you like.
I don't even think they can give up 3 first-round picks.
Oh, they can't. All right, they can do 2 firsts after the draft.
we had literally this exact same
Yeah.
It was the
dialogue
same thing.
last week.
All right, let's just say
you said that and you were like, oh, wait.
Post draft, they do 2 firsts and let's just say 2 seconds and a third.
I think that's too much capital because they already gave up a first for Sauce. Like, they would literally have nothing to build their team for the
It's
next
4
3
years of no first-round picks.
Yeah, so I think that's
And you're like out on a lot of twos.
Yeah,
as well.
that's way too much to give up. I think that would be a bad trade for them. I think it would be a great trade for the Ravens.
Yeah, for Baltimore, you could reload your ass. I mean, Baltimore's not getting a QB back in this deal, though. Yeah, but for Indy, like, again, Indy's not this move. They're not winning the Super Bowl with this move, and your future is also completely sabotaged. At least for Minnesota, I think Minnesota's equipped to where if they do it, they actually have a shot. Indy's not good enough, man. Like, their offense would be super fun, super electric, and like if we want to talk about like a style of play, Indy probably makes the most sense with JT, the O-line, the receiving threats. I think would work with Lamar pretty well, but the defense isn't very good. So,
No, they'd have to outscore everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be too hard most of the
And we've seen in the modern, you don't win in the NFL nowadays unless you have for sure a top 10 offense and probably more like a top 5 borderline elite defense.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't happen. It never happens. So
All right, next one. They're trading him to their bitter rival, Pittsburgh Steelers for 3 first-round picks.
I think that'd be bad all around. I mean,
That's it? Just 3 firsts? There's no other players or day twos?
I
Or
mean, you can throw in a second if you like.
I think that team would be so
I want to
mediocre.
focus more on like the Steelers and the Ravens.
Yeah,
I don't. Well, you can do the picks how you like.
I think the Steelers would be so mediocre. Like, I just feel like they're stuck in middle tier purgatory until they do a full rebuild, and that would not help them because like they don't have a lot of good young players right now besides their O-line. And if they did that trade, they would add a 30-year-old quarterback and then have no first round picks to help add on to that. And they're not very good at drafting either, so that would not turn out pretty.
You can make a case though. That's what they need on offense. They need a playmaker, a quarterback.
They need to reset.
They
needed to not hire McCarthy. I mean, I don't even know what that was.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, on like one hand, right, it's like, okay, well, we get Lamar. We got Big Mike. Mike obviously knows how to work with really good QBs. But I'd be scared, too, because you lose Tomlin. The defense is getting older. So, like that, like the thing with Tomlin is, like, if you have Tomlin in-house, even if your defense is lacking a little bit of talent, like, the defense is still probably going to be a pretty good group more times than not. And I think now that he's gone, it's going to suffer. And I don't think this team's ready to win even with Lamar. They don't have any weapons on offense. Gainwell's going to be a free agent. Like, Darnell Washington is like 390 pounds, and he's like your most effective tight end. So, like, I don't see it.
Okay. All right, last one I got's the Falcons. They're trading 2 firsts, 1 second, and Michael Penix.
This would be the best trade for the Falcons. Like, this would be the best place for Lamar to go, I think.
Him and Bijan would be.
Yeah, him and Bijan
terrifying.
would be electric, and then he would have 2 guys to just throw the ball up to, and Pitts and London, and they have a good O-line, and they have a up and coming defense. Unfortunately, James Pierce Jr. won't be a part of that anymore. But
did he go to jail?
Yeah, he's in.
How long is he in prison?
He's probably out on bond right now.
But like
Yeah.
the NFL's banning him, right? Like,
He's gonna be in jail for years.
oh,
He hit a cop, with his car.
dummy.
It's not ideal.
Yeah.
It's not what you want.
It would have been better if it was like his hands.
Not what you want from your rookie.
Yeah.
Running over kind of
Yeah.
GTA kid.
Yeah, punching cops.
Yeah, bro.
hitting
He got
them with your
literally
car.
playing GTA.
Not ideal.
Yeah, but no, this would be like super fun. Like talk about like a fantasy football perspective.
Stefanski,
Like,
too.
God.
I mean, yeah, this would just be like this would give like Mike Vick vibes on steroids when he was with Atlanta.
Yeah, it'd be very nostalgic.
Yeah, but I don't think this team would still be ready to win it, but I think if you're Atlanta, man, and this is on the table, you should take it. You've been dicking around with Kirk and Penix now, and you've needed a quarterback for so much time, and this is more of one of those deals to where I would be like, as a fan base, I would be super hype, even if we don't win the whole thing, because you're probably gonna win your division now at least, so you're gonna host a home playoff game for the next few years. The division sucks, and you still got a shot. You're not gonna be a favorite. I don't know if you're taking down to Seattle or LA, but you'd have a puncher's chance.
That
and
too,
you'd be
like
super fun, and you're going to be the favorites in that division for the next couple of years.
Yeah, that's a big
So-
thing too. Is your division is so trash right now? Why not go all out right
Yeah.
now while you can win like 6 games easily in your division? Almost, not easily, but probably get close to winning 6 games in your division every year. I mean,
They would dominate the division.
Yeah, they
for
would
half a
dominate.
decade.
Yeah, if you get Lamar, you're probably going to host a playoff game
Yeah.
for the next 5
till
years.
till his
So,
wheels
like,
run off. You're gonna be winning that division.
Yeah.
And you're the best quarterback now in the conference.
All right,
Besides the Raiders. Sorry.
All right, last segment today. We got NFC and AFC West dream off-season plans. First team up, I got the Seattle Seahawks. Now, Seattle's current cap is at $62 million, which is kind of shocking considering the amount of studs they got on this ball club. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to restructure Sam Bam Darnold, Leonard Williams, and Cooper Kupp. With just those 3 guys, we're now sitting at $100 million in cap space
Good
with an already loaded team. Now, we're going to go in-house. We're going to re-sign Kenneth Walker, 3 years, $30 million. We're going to re-sign Rashid Shaheed on a $14 million deal. We're going to bring Kobe Bryant back, 3 years, $25 million. And then we're also going to tag Reek Woolen for 1 year, $21 million. I don't want to sign Reek to a long-term deal, but we have the cap right now to tag him and then see if he pans out, stops getting bad, penalties and stuff. Then maybe we can think about re-signing. But right now we're just going to tag him, bring him back on that. The only real free agent we're letting walk is Boy Mafe. Everyone else on this Super Bowl team, we're pretty much bringing back in-house. Now, going into free agency, we're sitting at $57 million still. Still got a shitload of money to play around here if you're Seattle. What we're going to do, since Boy Mafe is walking, we're going to go sign Jalen Phillips to $20 million a year. and just load up an already absolutely loaded defensive line unit that is probably already the best in the NFL, and now it gets even better. We're also going to bring in Dallas Goedert on a 3-year, $24 million deal. That's like maybe the one, area that this team could upgrade is potentially the tight end. I know they got Arroyo. They got some good young guys there at tight end, but get another Super Bowl champion, another target for Sam Darnold. I think and just another leader on those weapons. I think Goddard would be a nice, fun piece to bring in for him. And then lastly, in free agency, we're going to bring in Von Miller on a 1-year, $6 million deal. Pretty much just as a rotational pass rusher and another just leader, veteran out there. He can replace the Boy Mafe role and be a guy that, he still got 10.5 sacks last year, and I think Von probably wants to win another ring. So he feels like an ideal guy
he definitely
we could
does.
get in on a 1-year cheap deal. And now, this team, even after all these signings, still has $37 million in cap. We're not going to make any more moves, though, because we're going to have players come in the future. So we're going to go to the draft. At pick 32, we're taking Omar Cooper Jr. Again, this team has literally no holes anywhere. I think if they could upgrade anywhere, might be the receiving room. He's a completely different receiver than JSN. JSN's your technical route running guy. This guy is just a yak machine. Think of a young Deebo Samuel. I think you throw in an Omar Cooper at pick 32, adds another fold to this offense with Goddard. I think it just makes it even scarier and harder for DCs to game plan for this offense. Second round, pick 64, we're going to draft Keontae Scott, cornerback, best DB on the board. We're just going to add more depth there. If Rick Woolen goes next year, maybe this guy replaces him. Again, if you're Seattle, this draft's going to be easy. In the third round, pick 96, we're going to take Jonah Coleman, one of the best backs in this draft. He's a bruiser, battery ram. Can replace Charbonnet for next year and spell Kenneth Walker. Charbonnet's probably out for the year. So those are the 3 picks. That's the plan for Seattle.
All right, I like it.
Not much to do there.
Yeah, really, kind of just
try to keep all your guys in-house, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Add where you can.
It's kind of scary, though, that they could keep all their guys in-house and still go sign a Jalen Phillips and these guys and still have over $40 million in cap.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. I like the Omar Cooper move. If they could get him and Goddard, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. Too bad Goddard's coming to my team.
I think Goddard's
All right.
going to everybody's team.
He's going to my next team, too.
I think everyone's. I literally picked a tight end for mine that wasn't Goddard. It's like we can't just all have Goddard.
Well, good.
Is Von Miller on any else?
No.
Oh, no?
All right. Next one I got the LA Rams. So we're going to do 2 restructures, taking the old heads, Devontae and Stafford, or restructuring them. That gives us a total of $60 million in cap space. With the cap space, we're going to re-sign Cam Curl. He was really solid for us last year at safety. Expected to get about $10 million a year. We'll give him like a 3-year deal. And then we need help on the outside at corner. We're going to take Jalen Watson away from the Kansas City Chiefs. He's still young. He's had a great couple years. He hasn't made a lot.
I got Jalen Watson on a couple.
Nah, you're good. He's coming here.
Yeah. I'm coming for Cam Curl next.
And they need help in the secondary. Get Cam Curl back. Get Jalen Watson in there. That covers 2 holes. And then they got a big old hole at tight end. Higbee's a free agent. They took Terrence Ferguson last year, but he didn't prove too much. And I know they're really trying to fix that position. So they're going with the reliable Dallas Goedert on $8 million a year. I'd like to see him back in that bright blue helmet like when he was a San Diego Jackrabbit.
Seattle's getting him $9 million. We're upbidding you.
Yeah, so that's their big free agent moves. And then their biggest move of the offseason, I have them trading the pick number 13 in the first round and pick number 61 in the second round to the Las Vegas Raiders for Max Crosby. F them picks. F them picks.
Whoa.
Wow. Okay.
Because here's my thinking.
Jesus.
The Rams have been a team that has consistently said F them picks. They don't have any holes in their roster, really, like besides tight end, which I filled with Dallas Goedert, old reliable. Okay.
They could use a corner.
Yeah, in corner, and I got Jalen Watson. And so, and so I think they need to go big or go home. They need to try to beat the Seahawks, who have the best defense. They need to match them. So go big, go get Max Crosby, make your D-line scary as can be with him and Jaden Verse on the other side. And then you got Fisk, Kobe Durant on the inside. I think they even have more. Doesn't matter. That's enough. Okay, and then so they still have pick number 31 in the first round. So you're chilling. You still have a first-round pick. They're going to get Colton Hood, the cornerback out of Tennessee. Big, physical, fast corner. He plays really aggressive, hits hard. I think he'd be a great addition to the room. Kind of reminds me, Jalen Ramsey was obviously in a tier of his own, but this guy plays aggressive, likes to punch the ball out. I think it'd be a great fit there. And then the next pick they have, because they traded 13 and 61, is pick 93 in the third round, and I have them taking Brennan Thompson, the wide receiver out of Mississippi State. He ran the fastest 40 at the combine, looking to add speed on the offense, add some youth to the wide receiver room, and I think he would be a great addition.
I love if they made that Max trade, dude. For one, like Max is such a loyal guy, and I think McVay is not going anywhere anytime soon, right? I think if they make that deal, Max is going to be looked at as an all-time Ram one day. And
100%.
The defense is so young, too. He'd be like the perfect mentor for Verse and all these guys.
For the next 5 years.
Oh, my God.
And he's on an awesome contract.
Yeah.
Like his contract, if they could get him just for that, I'd be shocked.
I think they would maybe have to give up a first round next year instead of the second.
I think they probably would.
But I mean, you made the trade with Atlanta, so they have the guns to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
You give up the 13th pick and then your first next year, and then you're just missing your first round pick.
No, that would be money. And
year.
you got Stafford. I mean, Stafford could play 2 more years, and like that's a move to where you get one more. I think if you make that move, there's a real shot you get one more with Staff.
I think they would go to Stafford before they make that move and be like, listen, if you will commit for 2 more seasons, we will do this. And we will go all in on the next 2 years. And they should.
Yeah.
I mean, they arguably were the better team than Seattle. It was super close all season into 3 games. So
yeah.
I mean, Stafford's arm is still the best in the league, damn near. Like I think if he wants to play 2 more, he probably can.
Stafford was the best player in the league this year.
Yeah.
So no, that I love that.
Yeah, I had fun with that one. All right, you're up San Fran.
All right, San Fran. They're sitting at $24 million right now in cap space. However, they can restructure Trent Williams and Nick Bosa. Just by doing that, they clear up $33 million in cap space. With doing that, they're going to have to probably extend Trent Williams and probably get him on another 1 or 2 year deal. They'll get that done, lock in their left tackle. Another big move, they're trading Brandon Ayuk. They got to get this guy out of the building. I mean, the toxicity around the situation there has hit an all-time high. I don't think there's any chance he comes back. They're sending him to the Commanders for a 6th-round pick. By doing that, they save another $15 million in cap space. So now they're sitting at $73 million. Next move they're making, they need a receiver. They're going to trade their 2nd-round pick this season for Jalen Waddle. Kyle Shanahan's going to get his joker. He's going to get his guy he can move all over the field, use him in all sorts of packages. He can get a guy that he's never really had at the wide receiver position, and they're especially going to need it next season without Kittle, without Juwan Jennings, and with really only Ricky Pearsall there. They're also going to re-sign Jake Tongs. George Kittle might miss... I mean, he could miss all of next season recovering from the Achilles. Jake Tongs showed promise with Purdy and with Mac Jones. He knows the offense. You can get him for really cheap, and he was productive when Kittle was out. So I don't think they need to go make a drastic move. I think you re-sign him, plug him in, and then you just hope Kittle can come back by, December. That gets you to free agency. With that, you still have $58 million in cap space moving into free agency. I think there's 2 things they got to do. First, they got to take care of the O-line, and they got to take care of the defense. And so that's where we're going with all the free agency moves. Wyatt Teller, 2 years, $22 million to cover up that guard spot. Then they're going to go get Braden Smith from the Colts, 3 years, $39 million, $13 million a year for the other tackle spot. Josh Jobe from Seattle. What?
I have all these guys.
Oh, we all have all these guys. Braden Smith's just a staple.
Well, Spotrac has him at $12 million.
Yeah, he's a steal.
It's like come on, that's money.
He's a steal. We're going to steal Cole's guy, Josh Jobe, cornerback, 3 years, $30 million at $10 million a pop. We're going to get Luke's guy, Cam Curl, to fill in the safety spot. Same contract, 3 years, $30 million, 10 a pop. We're going to go get then another inside linebacker to fill in that old Dre Greenlaw role in Alex Singleton, only on a $4 million a year contract, 2 years, $8 million. You can plug up that other linebacker spot. And then lastly, we need some edge rushing help. We're going to get the guy out of Dallas, Dante Fowler, 2 years, $10 million at $5 million a clip. That moves us to the draft. We lost our 2nd-round pick by trading for Jalen Waddle. 1st round, we're going Lee Hunter, D tackle out of Texas Tech.
I like that.
They got to get a guy to plug the interior of that defensive line. They go get Lee Hunter to do that. I mean, I think he's probably the best D tackle on the board where they're picking at 27th. Don't have your 2nd-round pick, so go down to the 3rd round. They're going to get another tackle. Trent Williams, while we're bringing him back, he's really old. And they got to get a backup plan and a replacement plan for him down the line. Caleb Turnan, offensive tackle to plug that backup spot for them and probably play a little bit as a swing tackle for him this upcoming season.
Caleb Turnan.
Shit.
I did not have him in any of mine.
He was there. He was the best tackle on the board.
Well, I like that. I think that'd be a good way for them to retool with the salary cap they have. I think Jalen.
Yeah,
I brought it up.
They could
last
clear
week.
a ton of cap.
Yeah, I think Jalen Waddle would be awesome on that team.
I think it'd be a blast.
Are they bringing back Jawan? Did you say that?
No, we're letting Jawan
Okay.
walk.
Now he's coming to one of my teams, but
Well, I mean, like, dude, like
So it would be Waddle. It would be Waddle, Pearsall, and who's their three?
Kendrick Bourne.
Oh, okay.
yeah, they're fine.
They'd have to re-sign Kendrick Bourne to like a 1 year, $2 million.
Yeah. I like it. All right. Last team in this division, and certainly the least, Arizona Cardinals. Arizona, you're at 20.
Certainly. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, this team sucks tits. I mean,
They'll suck Con nipples.
they'll suck Khan's nipples. Their current cap is at $21 million. Now, obviously, first order of business if you're Arizona, Kyler Murray's got to go. The relationship's complete turmoil. It's done. Now, you trade Kyler to whoever the hell wants him. Maybe you get, I don't know. Maybe you get a 4th, 5th round pick for him. I don't really know what his market is. But you trade Kyler Murray. That's going to immediately save you $35 million on this year's cap. So that opens up the books a lot. We're going to restructure Budda Baker, Josh Sweat, and Dalvin Tomlinson. Arizona has got a lot of cap casualties, and we're going to be trimming down the fat on this bad boy a lot. James Conner, love you. You're gone. You're cut.
Whoa.
Baron Browning, you're cut.
Whoa.
Sean Murphy Button, cut.
Baron Browning.
Elijah Higgins, see ya, pal.
Oh, my.
Bilal Nichols, gone. Now, after restructuring these guys, cutting all those shitballs, they're at $110 million in cap to play with. So open up
good.
that damn checkbook, Arizona. First thing we're doing.
God, they had to admit to a lot of mistakes.
Yeah,
before
a lot
getting there.
of
They needed to cut some ties.
a lot of bad one-night
Yeah.
stands on this roster. They
Yeah.
just want to get off this right now. Just get off the ship before it sinks. All right. Free agency, I did the same move with Miami. I think this would be good for Arizona. We're bringing in Malik Willis, 2 years, $40 million. Arizona, we brought in LaFleur from L.A. He runs the same exact offense as his brother in Green Bay. The offense is going to be an easy transition for Malik. He already knows how to run this system. So you have that going for it. It's a big plus. We're going to bring in Brian Robinson, who also played in this same exact scheme, for $3 million. Him and Trey Benson are going to create a 1-2 punch. We're going to bring in Romeo Dobbs at $12 million. Notice the theme, same exact scheme, LaFleur's scheme, Shannon, all these guys, they know this offense. Arizona, you get Romeo Dobbs, Brian Robinson, and you have Marvin Harrison, Michael Wilson, Trey McBride. All of a sudden, you actually got a decent skill position room and a room for Malik Willis to actually have a chance to thrive and succeed with, which, if you don't make any moves and you sign him by himself, he's going to be screwed. And then we're going to bring in Joel Big Tits Patitnio, $12 million. This guy's a little bit older, but he's a premier guard when he's healthy. You need some veterans on this offensive line that have a high floor. That's what this guy has. We're bringing in Luke, your guy, Braden Smith, $13 million.
Oh,
he's going to play tackle for us. And we're also bringing in Boy Mafe, $12 million. We're bringing in Kobe Dean, $7 million. We're bringing in John Franklin Myers, $12 million. And we're also bringing in Jalen Watson for
Oh, my
$15
God.
million. Now,
We're all bidding on the same guys
now
here.
you would think after all these guys, they're got to be out of cap, right? Wrong. They're still at $40 million in cap. But we're not going to make any more moves. Really, the goal for them and free agency and all this is just get some established veterans on this team that could help Malik, or if you get a QB next year and LaFleur, you need some talent on this team, And we're not going to break the bank on one guy per se for $30 million, but we're going to sign a bunch of B+, A- players just to fill the holes on this team that need a lot of filling. All right, now we're going to the draft. At pick 3, we're taking, in my mind, the best player in the draft, David Bailey. Help out that D-line. You get David Bailey with Boy Mafe, John Franklin Myers. You got some real pop on that D-line now. Round 2, pick 65, we're taking Julian Neal out of Arkansas, cornerback. Replenish that secondary, pair him with Will Johnson, Budda Baker, get some talent out there. And then, I skipped a pick. Pick 34, we're taking Emmanuel Pregnon, guard out of Oregon, really safe pick.
Dude,
All of a sudden, if you're Arizona,
That's his guy.
that's my guy.
Pick a
Sorry,
new
pal.
guy.
But if you're Arizona, you got. Why am I blanking on his name? Paris Johnson, Pregnon, Holgel Frode Holt, who's a pretty decent center, Joel Big Tits Patitnio, and Braden Smith. So you got a serviceable offensive line, which was arguably your biggest weakness last season. All right. Anyway, so last pick for them, pick 104. In my mock, I did the guy who was on the board getting Zachariah Branch. Some more juice for Malik or whoever the hell's playing quarterback next year. I think Arizona this offseason, you get a lot of good young talent. You draft really high floor guys, and you get a lot of just like veteran high floor free agent signings as well. And this is more of a move for the quarterback next year, or if Malik pans out. But that's the plan for them.
All righty. I like it, man.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I like how you left cap space too, because
Yeah.
they're not winning the championship next
No,
year. They need
yeah.
to position themselves well for the future, but leave themselves with a ton of flexibility going
Yes,
forward.
and
So
I
that
think
works
for
out well.
LaFleur, you need to get guys in there that could actually just win. You just need to win games this year.
Yeah.
You need to have some, and like $40 million still left, so they're not tied down in the future or whatever with these moves.
You didn't want to go get a better running back like Etienne?
So for that, not really. I feel like Brian Robinson and like Trey Benson could be serviceable. And it's honestly-
I don't mind that move.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
No, I didn't really, just because I feel like getting a stud running back, that's more of a win now move. And I kind of just more really just go throw money at Brian Robinson and see what he can do. Or I did, if it played out, I would have drafted a guy at 104 if like Mike Washington or someone was there for him. They weren't, but
I like it.
All right, next one. I got the Denver Broncos. We're moving over to the AFC. So they have about $24 million in cap. They already restructured Ben Powers, which gives them about $30 million in cap. They're talking about doing some other players, but I don't think it's going to happen. They just have a lot of honestly talented players that are already on decent contracts, so they don't have a ton of wiggle room here and there. They do. Luckily, they have Nick still on that rookie deal, so they're going to have to pay him in a couple seasons. So I only have them making a couple moves in free agency. They're letting J.K. Dobbins walk, and they're going to go sign Tyler Algier to a contract to replace him about $9 million a year. I think Algier is going to get a contract to be a workhorse somewhere. He has been incredible behind Bijan. He has not a ton of tread on his tires,
how much
obviously.
do you think he's going to go for?
I think he'll get like $9-10 million a year.
Algier?
Yeah. Because,
Kenneth Walker's AAV's at 10 right now.
Javonte got 8, right?
Yeah, and I don't think Algier's getting more than Javonte.
Well, then we'll go at $7-8 million. Either way, it's that. I left Denver with a little bit of cap space afterwards, anyways, just for the draft, and then if they need to do any extensions or anything.
I do love that signing.
Yeah.
Algier
think
for
that'd be
Denver?
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, him and Harvey with Sean Payton.
Oh, no.
I think that would be
No,
perfect.
that guy runs like he's on PC.
yeah,
Oh,
I
it'd
think-
be a perfect 1-2 with
Yeah,
Payton.
I think that'd be perfect. And then they have such a glaring hole at tight end, and they gave a lot of money to
Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram last year. So I have them just going with a bargain guy, a guy that plays the same kind of style, Darren Waller, a little fantasy guy that he helped some people this past season, a couple games, I know. But help.
Darren Waller doesn't need another NFL team. He needs a retirement home.
Nah, Sean Payton will make good use of him.
Touchdowns last year.
He
Yeah.
needs a nice house in Cabo. to
He
kick
can
his feet up
he can
and
catch
hit
some
a
jump
ball.
balls, but he's a lot better than frickin' Adam Trotman and Evan Ingram over there. So it was only $3 million a year. It's nothing. You could get a punter for that. So, and then the last move I have them making is signing Quay Walker for $10 million a year. They just need some help in the linebacker core. So Drew Sanders didn't work out a couple years back. Dre Greenlaw still coming off his injury a couple years back, and they just need some help right there. And then going into the draft. So, they're pretty set everywhere on their team, honestly. They could use a little bit of secondary help, a little bit of help at wide receiver. So I have them going pick number 32, Casey Concepcion from Texas A&M, the guy with the stutter. He's quick, he's fast, he's exactly what Sean Payton likes in a receiver. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but I think he's elevated himself into the first round, and I think they would take him there. At 62, I have them taking a nice project at tight end, Eli Stowers out of Vanderbilt. He set a lot of combine records for a tight end. I honestly think he might go higher than this pick, number 62. But, he would be the perfect tight end to just have sit behind Waller for a year, even if you're not going to have Waller sit. I think this guy's going to be a stud. And then at pick number 94, I have them taking Bud Clark, safety out of TCU, just someone to play safety, nickel a little bit for them, helping the secondary. They're pretty solid depth everywhere. So, I'm just taking the best player on the board, in my opinion.
Yeah. Do you think
Yeah, theirs wasn't super fun.
KC's interesting at 32 to them. Like, would that room be too crowded all of a sudden if they got KC? Like, they have a lot of good young receivers.
I was going to ask, did you think about trading for a receiver instead? Using that 30-second pick to go get a more established receiver.
I mean, like we talked about Waddle would be fine.
I really wanted to trade for Waddle, but I was like, I feel like we're going to do that in too many other team scenarios, and I just don't see it. I don't know.
Hey, don't let him steer you away from Waddle. Waddle's your guy.
We're all picking each other's guys.
I
mean, well, I want to have some scarcity, so we get to talk about every free agent guy and guys on the market.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think if KC hit there, though, he would be awesome. I just, like, Pat Bryant's a burner, and Marvin Mims is a burner.
You got Franklin and Sutton. Yeah, like, you got a lot of guys.
Franklin's a little bit
That's
of
what
a
I'm saying. Like,
too.
they clearly liked having burners on their team. That's what they're going for.
No, they definitely do. It's just...
I do think it'd be hard for KC to carve out a real role there, at least as a rookie.
That's kind of what happened with their first-round pick last year in Jahdae Barron. They didn't really need him at all, and they're like, all right, let's just let this guy develop.
Bad.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm like,
honestly,
that's not going to change their drafting strategy.
If Kenyon Sadiq's there at 30, what are they picking? 30, right?
Yeah, he's not going to be there.
He could. I've seen him going there in some mock. I mean, if he's there, he's the
he's the pick. But I didn't think it was realistic for him to be there.
They're kind of fucked because like if this running back class was a lot better, a running back to 30 of them would be perfect.
Yeah,
but
if there was like that, if there was like the Quinshawn Jones,
there was no Amarian Hampton,
Travion Henderson,
that would be perfect.
I do really love the Algier pickup.
No, I do too.
I think that would be awesome.
Algier will make some runs when you watch him, and
he's a stud,
dude. That guy looks borderline elite.
He's a stud.
Like runs just nasty.
Yeah,
and he has no tread on his tires really, and he's been in a
pretty
really good
still.
Elite offense for a while. Like. He knows how to play in the NFL. I think he'll get more than we expect.
I mean, there's not many guys that could take away that many touches from Bijan Robinson.
Exactly.
And it worked for them. Like it wasn't a detriment to their team that Bijan wasn't running the ball because Tyler Algier was that good.
I think he'd be an upgrade over JK.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, I think he'd be getting 15 to 20 carries.
Where would he go in fantasy if they got him, you think? 4th round?
My only concern is just he wouldn't catch any balls.
He'd catch a couple. But the thing,
they're gonna pump
But even
Harvey
if he
passes
doesn't, bro, like
he
that O-line,
he could have 14 touchdowns.
He could rush for 1,200 yards. Too, probably.
He could do what Javonte did this last year.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah, he really could.
I would just be concerned fantasy wise about Harvey, like because Harvey's going to be on every third down, every passing down. Like it's going to be a lot like. I mean, I want to it's the Derrick Henry model, except Derrick Henry's a stud, but it's just because he's Derrick Henry. But Derrick Henry is out on basically any passing play.
You also wonder too if like Bo got hot in the end of the year, if Sean's gonna like maybe try to open up the passing game more next year.
That's not his style. Like Sean cares more about his playbook and his calling than anything else.
I know, but the offense could take another step though if Bo does show more in the passing game. You know,
absolutely.
like that would be another wrinkle.
Well, if he can build off the momentum from that divisional round.
And I mean, he was chucking it late in the year in the playoff game too.
I mean, that was the best game he probably ever played.
Yeah,
it was that game against the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next we got Harbaugh's Chargers. They are sitting at $80 million in cap space right now without any moves. So they are perfectly set. We're not going to do a whole lot. We are cutting Mekhi Becton, mainly because he's horrible and he can never stay healthy. And by doing that, we saved $10 million in cap space. So we're getting off that contract.
That guy got the bag out of Philly and said, fuck everything
Yeah, he
else.
said, I'm ballooning to 400 pounds again. We're also cutting Will Dissly, just because Will Dissly's not very good, and we can also save $4 million just by doing that.
Will Dissly's probably the most boring player in the NFL.
I mean, Will Dissly's a nothing at this point. We saved $4 million, which is a decent amount. You can get another solid player for that to fill in a hole. So with that, we're at $94 million in cap space. Regarding their own free agents, we are actually going to re-sign Khalil Mack. I think with the cap space they have and the win-now mentality they have, I think it makes sense. 1 year, $20 million. We're not locking in anything long-term, but we're keeping our core pass rusher in place to be the lead force of that defensive front seven. However, we are going to let Owe walk. He's going to get a 4-year contract somewhere. You're going to get outbid. I don't think it's smart for the Chargers to spend a lot of capital keeping this guy in house when you can kind of. I think he's pretty replaceable overall.
You also have Thule there too, who's a stud.
Yeah, exactly. And so, like, we're going to let him walk. Now, just with that, we're down to, what, $74 million in cap space still walking into free agency with keeping Khalil Mack. What does Harbaugh like to do?
Run the damn ball.
What is the weak spot of their team?
O-line.
Bingo.
Interior.
We are hammering.
Wait, did you mention Zion Johnson? Are you bringing him back?
No.
Are you letting him walk?
Yeah, we're letting him walk. We're replacing everything on the O-line except for those tackle spots. First order of business, Tyler Linderbaum. 4 years, $68 million. He comes from his brother's team. He fits in perfectly. Their center just retired, who wasn't even very good in the first place. So he's immediately going to fill in and be
their center?
Bradley Bozeman.
Oh, that guy was an ass.
Yeah, he was horrible.
Yeah.
And he retired. They literally have nobody. So they're going to get Linderbaum first order of business. He's a Harbaugh guy already, just from playing with John. 4 years, $68 million. That's $17 million a clip. Another big interior signing on that offensive line, Elijah Vera Tucker. 4 years, $48 million to solidify that guard spot at $12 million a clip. We're also going to address the wide receiver room. We're not bringing back. Oh my God, I forgot his name. Keenan. Jesus, Keenan Allen. We are instead going to replace him with Mike Evans. 1 year, $14 million contract. Herbert's never had like this big, tall receiver since Mike Williams left. Mike Evans comes in and can solidify that number one role for them, and then he can let Ladd McConkey and Trey Harris and these other receivers flesh out the rest of that offense. We got to address the defense. First, AJ Espinosa, 2 years, $14 million, $7 million a clip to solidify the edge rushing spot. Levante David, 1 year, $7 million at the middle linebacker spot. And Razul Douglas, 1 year, $5 million at the corner spot. We are also, Gadsden was pretty good as a rookie. We are cutting Will Dissly, so we got to fill in someone at tight end. We're not going Dallas Goedert. We're going to go get Cade Otton, good blocking tight end, fits the Harbaugh scheme, 2 years, $12 million at $6 million a clip.
There.
Yeah, I mean, we can't have. I mean, Goddard's the obvious play there, but Cade Otton's a solid player, and I think he fits what Harbaugh would want to do with the running game. That brings us to the draft. First round, we're going back to the defensive line. Caleb Banks out of Florida, D-tackle, solidifying the interior of that defensive line. Round 2, going back to the interior offensive line, Emmanuel Pregnon, offensive guard. Now, all of a sudden, your offensive line went from the worst in the league to, if it's healthy, you have Joe Alt, Elijah Vera Tucker, Tyler Linderbaum, Emmanuel Pregnon, and Rashawn Slater. You all of a sudden could go from the worst offensive line to the best offensive line in the league if everyone stays healthy and gels. Third round, we're going to get Chris Bell, receiver, help solidify that receiver room, get more weapons for Herbert, and hopefully one of these guys outside of Ladd McConkey can really pop in that room. And we still get like $15 million of cap space moving forward into the next season, so we keep a little flexibility.
I like it. Did you consider a burner for them?
Yeah, but they have Trey Harris.
Yeah, but he's like their fourth receiver?
Yeah, but I mean,
he was a second-round pick last year.
I know he's a rookie,
I mean,
but
like, he's a burner. Quentin Johnson's also. I mean, whatever he is, he's a deep threat.
I think they have enough speed.
And I just felt like Mike Evans. Like they've already got so many receivers. Like it's either you go get a guy like Mike, or you go trade for like AJ Brown. And I just don't think that's. I don't think that's Harbaugh's style.
No. Well, I like Mike too because Mike could also be a stud in the red zone for you as well.
Yeah. And then you got Gadsden too. I think because you still have Hampton and Vidal at the running back spot. You got Mike, McConkey, Trey Harris, Quentin Johnson, and then you got Otten and Gadsden at the tight end spot. And now hopefully a great O-line.
I don't get it. It should be easy to be an NFL GM.
I don't understand.
Just go on the website
and just sign your guys. Yeah.
Just get whoever you want.
Yeah.
Just restructure everybody.
Yeah.
Trade all your backups.
Just kick the can down the road. It's no problem.
All right, you're up, C-Lock.
All right. Second to last one, I got the Kansas City Chiefs. KC, they're currently at negative $10 million in cap. They already restructured Patty Mahomes, I think, which saved him a really good chunk. But we're going to go further. We're going to restructure some more contracts. We're going to restructure Chris Jones, Trey Smith, Nick Bolton, Creed Humphrey, George Karlaftis, and the old kicker Harrison Butker. We're also going to cut Jawan Taylor. This guy was the 80th rated PFF tackle this year. He was butt cheeks. That's going to save us $70 million as well. After these restructures and the one cut of Jawan Taylor, KC's were sitting at $71 million in cap space. Now in-house, we're going to re-sign Kareem Hunt, 1 year, $2 million. Re-sign Hollywood, 1 year, $4 million. Bring back Kelsey, 2 years, $11 million per clip. Re-sign Leo Chanel, $4 million a year. Re-sign Jalen Watson, $12 million a year, and bring back Cook, the safety, at $17 million a year. This guy's got a high price tag.
Wow.
But he's a stud, and you need him back there.
Okay.
Now, that's the in-house additions. There's not really any big names we're letting walk here. We're bringing back most of our studs. We're cutting Jawan, like I said. Now, the open market, we're going to bring in, we all know him, we all love him, Braden Smith, $12 million deal.
Staple.
You're going to like the next week more. Vera Tucker, $13 million. You're coming to play with Patrick.
You outbid me. I got him for 12.
That's why he's coming to play with us, all right? And then we got to be a winner.
Yeah.
So, obviously, Smith's taking Jawan Taylor's spot. Vera Tucker is filling the guard spot, which we need badly. Their guard play was not very good this season. We're signing Kenny Gainwell, $3 million deal. Get Mahomes a stud pass catcher, and we saw what he did when he had a Jerry McKinnon-like guy. I think this guy you can bring in with Kareem, or you draft a guy. He's going to be really just a nice piece out of the backfield, a nice weapon for you. We're bringing in Joey Bosa, 1 year, $14 million deal.
How do they have this much money?
Well, because they had $71 million going into this. Hunt, 1 year, $2 million, $4 million for Hollywood. Kelsey, 11, and then Watson and Cook, you're signing to long-term deals. So the cap, it's not like it hits a $17 million cap with Cook. It probably hits more like 7 or 8 this season when you sign them to longer deals and you upload the money. So, but yeah, Bosa, $14 million. Then we're bringing Tyreek Hill in on a $15 million contract as well. I think they need a reunion. That needs to happen.
Someone's going to sign him. It should be them, but I don't think he should ever play in the NFL again.
And now with all these moves, and for anyone watching this, considering can they actually do that? We're doing this through an NFL GM simulator where you actually have to physically go in and make all these moves. So we're not just talking out of our ass. All of these moves are actually legitimate moves that are possible to be made. But now we go to the draft. Pick 9. We're getting Francis Magoa, tackle out of Miami, solidify the offensive line. The offensive line was a pretty big weakness for Kansas City last year. You can get Francis in there now with Creed Humphrey, Vera Tucker, Braden Smith. All of a sudden, this offensive line should be back to full strength.
Josh Simmons.
And Josh Simmons, exactly. Round 2, pick 40, we're taking T.J. Parker, edge out of Clemson. Further bolster this defensive line unit. We got to get back after the quarterback, give Spags a weapon, and a guy that has legit upside. I think the mock I did, pick 40 for him was just too good a value to pass up. Pick 74. Again, this may not be the need at this point, but the value was too good. R. Mason Thomas, one of the best just pure pass rushers in this draft class, as an elite, nasty, crazy first step. And now after all these moves, they could probably, I'm thinking, pick 109, you take a Nicholas Singleton or a best running back available to help solidify that room. But you beef up the O-line, you get Tyreek Hill back in town, you retain all your receivers, tight ends, you bring in Kenny Gainwell as another weapon, and then you just load up the defensive line for this team, which is when they've been best, is when their D-line is just causing havoc.
Okay, so what's your running back room? You have Kenneth Gainwell and Nick Singleton?
And Kareem Hunt.
Okay.
We let Pacheco walk. So it's probably going to be a running back by committee, but...
You didn't want Jeremiah Love at 9?
I don't think he'll be there.
No, he was there. I'd rather get the tackle.
Huh.
I just think Kenneth, I think if they can get a Kenneth Gainwell was really freaking good last year. And, honestly,
Yeah, but he's more of a specialty
No, I know.
player.
He's a really good receiving third down back. But I think, if you compare Kenneth with, or maybe instead of, Kareem Hunt, they go bring in, Brian Robinson or someone like that. He's, the same price tag.
Yeah.
And so you have, a Brian Robinson, Gainwell, 1-2 attack.
Okay. All right, next one. Last but certainly not least. This is a big project here. A macro project.
A big project.
So I have a big project. Las Vegas Raiders, okay? They currently have $76 million in cap space. I have them trading Geno Smith away to the Vikings for a 7th-round pick. Just trading him away, getting rid of that cap space, or just gaining cap space from that trade. And then I also have them trading Max Crosby to the LA Rams, if you remember that from earlier. And they are getting pick 13 and 61 in return. There could be picks for future drafts, but we're not talking about next offseason. We're talking about this one. All right, now on to free agency. They have over $100 million to work with here. They have like 120 to work with. First off, reliable Daniel Carlson. Welcome back. $6.5 million a year. We need our kicker. Next guy. So on the offense.
Started off.
Yeah, right.
Start off with a bang there, baby.
We might have the worst team in the league, but we're bringing back our kicker for sure.
We need to pay $7 million to our kicker.
Bring the kid back home. We need to be able to make them kicks in the close games, so we're not picking one again next year. Which would
actually want to miss those kicks.
No, so
picking one
this
again
team,
might not be the
this
worst
team
thing
I'm
in the
building.
world.
This team, I'm building a competitive roster. Okay, all right. So first off, we're going to the O line. Right now, you have Jackson Powers Johnson, who could play guard. He's all right. You have Colton Miller at left tackle, who's good. So you got 3 holes you got to fill on that O line. We're filling 2 of them in free agency. Right tackle, we're signing Rasheed Walker to $20 million a year. Get your tackles in place. And then at center, we're going to either get Linderbaum or Connor McGovern. You pick your poison. Either way, if you take McGovern, you get a little bit more cap space to get some backups here and there, or you get Linderbaum and you go full in on the top center. But I'm just going to go McGovern here, so that leaves them a little bit more space for the draft and them to fill depth pieces that they desperately need. And then at wide receiver, I have them signing Juwan Jennings to $20 million a year. They really need someone to just help solidify the receiver room. Just be a number 2. Don't do anything crazy, anything special, which Juwan can do. And he'll have some big games here and there, but they just need someone reliable in the room to catch the ball like they had Jacoby Myers. All right. On the defensive side of the ball, they need something on every single level, especially after Max Crosby's gone. I have them signing Jaquan Brisker for $10 million a year at safety. Now they have him and Jeremy Chin, man in the top. I have them signing Sheldon Rankins to put at D-tackle. They just need some depth there. Matt Milano at linebacker for $6 million a year, and Devin Bush at linebacker for $10 million a year. Those are 2 guys can play middle or outside, help solidify that linebacker group. And then I have them signing Tariq Woolen for corner. So that gives them another player in the secondary to pair with Darian Porter and the 2 safeties that you got there now. So you've added someone on pretty much every single level of your team in free agency because you got a shitload of money. You used it well. Now we go to the draft. You have in the first round, you have pick number 1. You're taking Fernando Mendoza, filling your biggest hole in your team. Next pick, you have 13 from the Rams. You're taking Mekhi Lemon. So that makes your wide receiver room. You have Mekhi Lemon, Juwan Jennings, and then you have Trey Tucker, Tyquan Thornton, depth guys that can actually play the number 3 and 4 role. Jack Besh or whatever the hell his name is from TCU last year. They can play that role. And you got Mekhi and Juwan to split the 1 duties. And then you also have Brock Bowers in there and Michael Mayer to solidify the receiving corps. You're good. Number 36 pick. You are taking R. Mason Thomas just to get some kind of hope on that D-line. I know it's going to be pretty trash. You might have wanted to sign someone in free agency, but you go ahead, get your guy at the top of the 2nd round. And then at picks number 61, I know this is kind of a luxury here, but I have them taking Mike Washington Jr. from Arkansas. Just someone to spell Ashton Jeanty, give you another weapon on offense because you still don't have the greatest wide receiver room, but you have a great tight end room and you have a great running back room. O-line's rebuilt. You got Fernando, and you just give him a good running attack and someone for when Jeanty goes down that you can rely on. I think that would be amazing for him to have. And then with pick number 67 that you got, one of these picks, 61 you got from the Rams, 67 is your pick. I got them taking Jennings Dunker, the guard out of Iowa. That fills your last hole on the O-line. You have 3 new starters on the O-line. The other 2 guys were solid. And then pick 102 just outside the 3rd round. I have you taking Harold Perkins Jr. to fill that last linebacker spot. And then they have some glaring needs on the D-line, but I have fixed pretty much every single other hole on the roster, I think. And I think old Kubiak could do a lot with this roster.
I love the offense. That offense is potent.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Jeanty, Bowers,
Lemon. You had 3
Jennings.
weapons in the passing and running game, and you had 3 offensive linemen. Yeah.
I mean, you're setting Mendoza up for success. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, what else would you want for the kid?
Yeah.
And then, I mean, next season, too, you're not going to have that max contract. You could go sign the top D end or, you're going to have or you might even get more trade pieces from max. You have all the cap space in the world again. I mean.
Yeah.
I
love it for Raiders. I mean, I feel bad for Minnesota. Geno Smith, J.J. McCarthy, quarterback battle, baby.
They could even they could
have a second renaissance with KOC, baby.
That happens once, not twice. That's no.
They could also just cut him and be fine. They would still save a lot of money. But I was just like,
his dead cap bad?
Can
they still cut him for cheap?
Let me pull it up. Hang on.
Yeah,
because I don't think they can trade him.
Oh no, I don't.
I read something earlier saying that the Vikings had interest in him.
I mean, he's got to be like the last resort for Minnesota. Because I would think Minnesota. I think they're on the Kyler sweeps. I think they're probably gonna get Kyler. Honestly,
I think so as well.
And I would think Danny's gonna go back to Indy.
All right, so if they cut Geno Smith, they save $8 million.
So they got to trade him.
Yeah,
to save even more. Yeah, they got to probably trade him. Yeah.
But I mean, they have so much cap space they could just cut him anyway.
Yeah, that's
worst case. Yeah,
it won't even really hurt.
Especially if they trade Max. I mean, like they're gonna have like $150 million cap space.
No, and also all those moves that I made too, they still had like $30 million left. They could go get like Jalen Phillips or just get a bunch of depth pieces all over their roster. They have a lot of potential to do a lot of fun stuff. GM's got to freaking go pedal to the metal, man.
Yeah, I always think when you're in that situation, like your team sucks, you have all the cap, but they're in a unique spot because they're getting Fernando, so they actually should splurge in free agents.
And they have the opportunity to trade Max and get a bunch of picks. So like I'm saying, like right there, you got Mike Washington and Mekhi Lemon for basically Max, and then I think they would get another second round pick next year probably too.
Yeah,
and then I mean, and the thing is too, every player that I signed is under like 28 years old, so they would be one of the youngest teams in the league still, which they are not right now. They are not.
All right, well, anything else, boys?
No,
I think that does it.
All right, episode 9 in the books. If y'all liked it, please like, comment, subscribe. That's how we keep this thing going. Thank y'all.
Love y'all.
Thank you.
Airheads. Boom.
Boom.